to start House of Earth and Blood. Hello and welcome back to another reading vlog. We have all the essentials that we need. We have a new book to start reading. We have a coffee. I hope you have a coffee as well in hand, or a tea. If you don't, pause this video and go ahead and make one. And we also have our current read, because are you a book girly if you're not reading multiple books at once? At least 2 books at once. Honestly, that doesn't matter. I read only 1 book at a time plenty of times, but most of the times I try to read 2 books at a time. And that is what is currently happening. I am currently reading on the Kindle The Songbird and Heart of Stone, which is part of the Crowns of Nyxia series. This is the latest release. It is a new book, and I was a huge fan of The Serpent and the Wings of Night, both of the first 2 books, as well as the novella Six Scorched Roses, so you best believe I am reading the latest release. But I also want to start a new book today, and I decided that I will start Clockwork Angel. This is also our book club's read for the month of December, so I am super excited to start reading it. I have been wanting to dive into Cassandra Clare for a while, so this is a very exciting moment. But before we dive into this new read, let me fill you in about The Songbird and Heart of Stone. This book is about a character that we have already met in The Serpent and the Wings of Night. This book is about, I always forget how her name is pronounced. I think it is Misha. Is it Misha? I used to call her Michi, but then I realized how completely wrong that was. I think her name is Misha, so we'll go with Misha. If it is wrong, it is wrong. But the main 2 characters are apparently Misha and the guy named Asar. So far, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not as hooked as I was to The Serpent and the Wings of Night. The Serpent and the Wings of Night caught my attention within the first few pages. This hasn't done that so far, but it is okay. As I read and as I move forward, maybe it will catch my attention a bit more. Also, I am mainly reading this book when I'm heading to work or when I'm coming back from work and I am on the bus, so maybe the vibes of the bus are not also helping. They are definitely not helping. Why does the bus have to be so chaotic? I understand that we humans, we're so different, we're not the same, but I'm seeing so many weird people at the bus, it is crazy. The other day there was a guy that was screaming on the top of his lungs and he was singing, and if I was living in New York, then okay, I am in New York, at least I live there, so give me the crazy people. But here where I live, no, I cannot live here, take the bus, and also have to deal with crazy people. Anyways, people are people, you know? At the end of the day, you don't know what someone is going through and why he is the way he is. If I can choose empathy, I will always choose empathy instead of anger and blaming people and accusing people. So it is okay. I take the bus, they take the bus, give me the crazy people, it is fine. You know, at least I have an interesting day. So let me tell you what this book is all about. So Misha lost everything when she was forcibly turned into a vampire. Now she is sentenced to death because she killed someone. I'm not gonna tell you who she killed because you might not have read the first 2 books of The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and I don't want to give you any spoilers. And you know, Asar steps in. He doesn't really save her because he cares. Obviously, they're strangers. I don't think that he gives a shit. But their paths collide and now they are on a mission. They are on a mission to go to the underworld to resurrect the god of death himself. You best believe this book is dark. It is really dark. We are in the underworld. Things are dark, deadly, stinky. You get the idea. And also, I am 26% into the story and we already have action. We have action. I have noticed that I really like books when they have action and they are fast-paced. If a book is very much character-driven and we don't have a lot of action and it is just pretty flat, I think it is hard for me to really love it and really like it. So we're getting there, you know. This is not something that, like I said, has caught my attention from page 1, but still it is good already. I am 26% into it. It is already good. We already have action. But I will put this aside and we will talk about Clockwork Angel. This is part of the Infernal Devices trilogy. This is a YA book. I have noticed that some YA books feel a bit too predictable for me, maybe a little bit flat, a little bit unseasoned. And I'm not talking about spice here because I don't mind if a book has spice or not. But sometimes maybe YA books have a little bit of a juvenile writing, which I don't really enjoy. But I have heard only great things about this book. So I'm sorry to say my expectations are very high. Maybe I shouldn't jump into a new story and into a new book with such high expectations, but what can I say? My expectations are very high. We will follow the girl called Tessa Gray. She will arrive in England. This is also a book that takes place around, let me find the date again. Okay, this takes place around 1878. I love it when fantasy books take place in a different time period. I think that the book instantly feels more majestic and more beautiful. So we will follow Tessa Gray and she will meet a lot of weird dark creatures, I guess. So we have vampires, warlocks, and other supernatural beings. And I guess that there is a group of people called Shadow Hunters, a band of demon hunters. That's what they are. And they will help her and take her in. And we will have a love triangle. She will be torn between two best friends. So I guess that by the end of this trilogy, someone will end up heartbroken, and hopefully I won't end up heartbroken because the character that I was rooting for will have a sad ending. That is a bad thing when it comes to love triangles, you know? If you make both characters great, both guys great, and there is a love triangle, you will feel bad for the other guy, won't you? So I couldn't be more excited about that. Also, the weather is super gloomy. It's supposed to rain a lot today. The vibes are immaculate. I have my new book. I have my coffee. I will be listening to my Spotify playlist. I have a Spotify playlist which I listen to when I am reading. I have named it Point of View You Fell into a Fantasy Book. That's how it is called. So in case you want to listen to the songs that I'm listening while I'm reading, you can. So let's turn this on and let's dive into Clockwork Angel. It is a bit later, it has started to rain. I suddenly feel quite cold, so I threw this hoodie on. And I will make a lemon verbena tea because I don't need any more caffeine in my system. I drank a whole cup of coffee. It was pretty heavy for me. I also started feeling nauseous at some point. I think that the coffee might have caused it, maybe not, but I had my lunch and I feel better now. So we'll make a lemon verbena tea, caffeine-free, herbal tea will always do the trick, and I will continue reading my book. So far I am enjoying the book. I'm still very much at the beginning of it, so I cannot really tell what is happening. I mean, I get what is happening, but we're still at the start, so not much has happened. Even though I would say that the start of the book has not been pleasant for our main character Tessa. I think we have also met the main two guys, Will and Jess. I don't remember. I think that we have met them, and I think that they are the main two guys. Also, I tried to find fan art on Pinterest. And why does every single fan art look like a cartoon? I like when fan arts look like real people or almost like real people. I know that a lot of fan art out there is AI, but still, I don't want it to be too cartoony. I just don't like it. Thankfully, I haven't seen any spoilers, but I think that I know with which guy she's going to end up with, just because of the amount of pictures that I see of Tessa and that guy together. So if you don't want any spoilers and you don't want to be like me, don't look up fan art on Pinterest. I always do that. When I start reading a book, I want to see the fan art, and sometimes I get spoilers. Am I annoyed about the spoilers? Yes. But on the other hand, I need to know what the characters look like. I cannot just imagine. Let's make a tea and let's sit back down to read. So
accept me, 'cause I'm dying to hear you tell me that you need me. In your eyes, girl, in your eyes, do anything to make you want me. Give it all up if you told me.
Same couch, different spot. I moved from this corner to this corner. So time to continue reading my book, drink my tea, but I just remembered that a couple of weeks ago, I went on a day trip with my family. We went at Nafplio, which is a city a couple of hours, a little bit over a couple of hours, I think, away from Athens. And I did film a few clips of it, and I just remembered at the time that I was filming those clips, I didn't know in which vlog I would include them in. I just wanted to film a couple of clips while we were there, just for the memories and because I love this city. So I thought that I could include these clips in today's video. I know it is a reading vlog and it has nothing to do with reading, even though at the time I was reading a bit while I was in the car. I think that I was reading Belladonna. What else was I reading? I think I was also reading a Christmas book. While I will be sitting here reading my book and sipping my tea, you will see me having a good old day at Nafplio. If you ever visit Athens, I definitely encourage you to take a day trip to Nafplio, or maybe also a couple of days, like a weekend away. It is really pretty there. You will see from the clips.
There's nothing wrong with that. Tripping, yeah, we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it if I find it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't have to be an acrobat. I wouldn't mind it. Should I find it? All my life, it's been up and down, but always comes back to you. Didn't ask for any favors. It seems too late. Love is strong, but some things you don't wanna pass on. Didn't ask for any favors. You don't know me the way that I know you. Tell me what you like. Please tell me what you like. There's nothing wrong with that. Tripping, yeah, we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it if I find it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't have to be an acrobat. I wouldn't mind it. Should I find it? Oh Father, please come to my rescue. I was caught up in your landscape. Please tell me, now what am I supposed to do? I was caught up in your landscape. You don't know me the way that I know you. Tell me what you like. Please tell me what you like.
So I hope you enjoyed these clips that I took in this day trip with my family. It is currently Sunday. I'm coming at you from my bedroom because in the living room we have the robot vacuum, we have the laundry machine, everything is on, everything is too loud. But since it is Sunday, I gotta clean the apartment. I have to start my week tomorrow feeling fresh, clean and organized. But let's do a reading update. I haven't read a ton from Clockwork Angel. I'm about to finish chapter 4 and I am on page 102. So far I am not obsessed, but obviously it is the beginning of the book, it is the beginning of the story. But I am excited to always pick it back up and continue reading it. So I guess that is a good sign. Favorite character so far, even though it is too early to tell, I think it is Will. I haven't warmed up to Tessa so far. I feel like she has more to show, more of her character and her potential. I'm just really hoping that I will enjoy this book. I'm gonna be positive. I will enjoy it. I will enjoy it because I wanted to say that if I'm not gonna like it, then I should stop reading YA. But the writing is really, really good. It doesn't feel juvenile. It doesn't feel like, okay, I already know how this story is going to pretty much plan out. And that is good. One thing that I noticed is that the chapters are pretty long. They are pretty long. I am mostly a fan of shorter chapters, but I mean, a book is a book. The pages are pages, and it shouldn't matter if a chapter is long or not. But to me, there's something with my brain that if the chapters are short, it just scratches a part of my brain. If you know, you know. But nonetheless, I am enjoying the story. I'm not obsessed, but I am enjoying it because, as I said, when I put it down, I am excited to pick it back up and see what is going to happen. So the plan for now is to make a little coffee and to enjoy it with a cinnamon roll, because I did order a cheeky little cinnamon roll. It is Sunday. I want to have my treat, even though I have treats whenever I want to. Everything in moderation, friends. Everything in moderation. I'm not strict when it comes to my diet. So we'll enjoy my little cinnamon roll with a warm cup of coffee, and I will continue reading Clockwork Angel. Alright friends, good morning. I have a reading update for you. I finally finished Clockwork Angel. I was dreading this moment to turn on the camera and talk to you about it. It is completely my fault. I think that I should stop reading YA. First things first, this is not a bad story. It is not a bad book. The characters are very likable, but I did not really connect to them, to the characters. I feel like this is the type of book that I would have fallen in love with back when I was in high school, when I was also reading the Vampire Academy series. I feel like YA is not for me. But then we have books like Six of Crows, which I think it is also a YA, and it was 5 stars. It is a good book. I love the writing, but I was not really invested in the story nor the characters. I'm really excited to see how this is going to continue. But normally when I'm not head over heels for the first book in a series, I tend to not become really invested to the rest of the books as well. I mean, when it came to Akatar, for example, I was not obsessed with the first book, but then I fell in love with the rest of the story. I hope that this is going to happen as well with this book. I just feel like we have some really good characters here. The writing is great, the plot is good, but it is not for me. Let's all keep in mind that I am almost 30 years old and these are kids. They are 16, 17-year-old kids, and the adults of the whole story are like 23 years old, and I just feel like I cannot connect, you know, and I cannot relate. Then again, we have a book like The Little Princess, which is a children's novel, and obviously the main character is a kid, which I love, and it is 5 stars. So I don't know, maybe I am the issue, I am the drama. I get the hype about the author, her style of writing, her imagination, the whole world that she has built, how she has combined real world to fantasy world, like London to the fantasy world. I was torn between 3.5 and 3.75 stars, and I'm still unsure about it. I will think about it a little bit more. If I have decided by the time that I edit this video, I will have my final rating on the screen. Otherwise, I will share it with you in my January monthly research routine, where I will also share my reading wrap up. I'm really sad that I was not obsessed with this book, because also some of my favorite booktubers love this series, and in general, a lot of people love this book. This is also our book club's read. I'm reading this with my book club. I think that some book besties haven't read it yet, so I'm waiting for their comments and their ratings, but unfortunately this was not what I thought that it would be. Is this my last straw with YA? I think that it should be. I think that I should finish all the series, the YA series that I am in the middle of, and I should stop reading YA. okay. But what if I miss out on a good book if I do that? Because again, Six of Crows, 5 stars. I don't know. These are my thoughts. I'm obviously very disappointed and sad because I was hoping that I would enjoy it more, but it is okay. It is fine. So The Songbird and the Heart of Stone reading update. I am 29% into the book. I am on page 145. I haven't made that much progress with it because I was really focusing on Clockwork Angel. But so far my thoughts about The Songbird and the Heart of Stone are still the same. It's keeping me interested, but not as interested as I was in The Serpent and the Wings of Night. But I'm excited to continue it nonetheless. I don't know if these two main characters are going to compare to Oriah and Rain, but let's hope that this book will continue getting better and better, because I feel like lately I have been disappointed by my fantasy reads, and I'm so mad and sad about it. I mean, I loved Belladonna, I loved Two Twisted Crowns, but they were not like 5 stars. And I haven't read a great fantasy book since I read When the Moon Hatched. Also, it is early in the morning and my neighborhood is so freaking loud. What is this? So I'm hoping that my next read is going to be better and it's not going to disappoint me. Honestly, I don't have really high hopes for it, I will be honest. This is going to be my next read, House of Earth and Blood. I don't think that I will be finishing it because it is massive during this vlog, but maybe I will start another reading vlog and I will finish it there. Otherwise, you will find out my thoughts about it in my monthly reset at my reading wrap up. But I am ready to start House of Earth and Blood. I am very excited. I am a huge Sarah J. Maas fan and I haven't read it yet, so it's time for me to dive into Crescent City. I cannot wait to meet Rune Danon. And this... I shouldn't say that, maybe that's a spoiler. Sometimes I assume that people have read all of these books and I might say stuff that are spoilers. But anyways, that is the plan. I will read House of Earth and Blood. I will start this, and once I make some progress with it, I will give you my first initial thoughts on it. Good luck. Good luck to me. I know that I look all sorts of crazy right now. My hair is connecting with the aliens. I look drained and tired and sick because I am indeed getting sick again. I cannot believe that I'm getting sick again. My throat is killing me. I hadn't been sick in 2 years. And the last couple of months, I've been sick twice. I think it is all because of my new job at the dentist's office. There are a lot of patients, and I think that I was also not used to being around a ton of people every single day. Maybe that's why I'm getting sick all the time, because I was working only from home and I was not really taking the bus every day. You get the idea. So I hope that you can hear me, because I cannot really talk louder than that. And this is seriously not ideal because I have a lot of things to do and I just cannot be sick. But there is nothing I can do about it. I will just try to recover. But I wanted to give you my final reading update of this vlog, which is an update on House of Earth and Blood. Friends, I am almost on chapter 12 and this is it. This is it. This is how I want a fantasy book to make me feel. I am literally at the start of the book, at the beginning of the book. I have only read this much. I have all of this left. But I am already hooked. I'm already interested in the characters. Chapter 5, I just cannot with this book already. This book is already making me feel some type of way. Just be ready. Just be ready and try to not, I don't know, get obsessed with characters too fast. That's all I'm gonna say. But I have been enjoying reading this a lot. I'm also listening to the audiobook at the same time. Sometimes I am reading the physical book and then others I am listening to the audiobook. The narrator has done an excellent job. I just love the way she is narrating the book. So good. And I just feel like this is going to be a really good series. I don't know if it's going to be better than ACOTAR. I don't think it's going to be better than Throne of Glass, for sure. But we're heading somewhere. We are heading somewhere with this book. I'm getting the feelings that I want to get when I start reading a book. Also, it was my dream to meet Rune Danon, and we have already met him. I'm so excited because for a moment there, I thought that we would actually meet his character in book number 2. which is House of Sky and Breath. I don't remember how it is called. Yes, House of Sky and Breath. But he does make some appearances in this book as well, at least so far. I know that he's not like the main character, right? I think only Bryce is going to be the main character here, or also Hunt, this Hunt guy. But so far, so good. I am really enjoying this. Just a heads up, this book does use not delicate language. Let's say they drop the F-bomb plenty of times, and also some characters are using drugs are being mentioned. So if this is not your cup of tea and you are being thrown off by things like that, I think it's good for you to know, to maybe not pick up the book, because this is also very modern. Let's say it is not like her other two series. So we have like drugs, technology, guns. This is my update for now. Not the best way to close off today's reading vlog, but hey, life is life. It is what it is. I got sick. I cannot speak. I will try to take it slower for the rest of the evening, and hopefully tomorrow I will feel better, even though I'm sure that I'm not gonna feel better. But let's try to be positive. Let's try to be positive. So this is my reading update. So far, I'm really enjoying this. If you have reached this part of the vlog, comment down below a crescent moon. A crescent moon, so I know who the real ones are. Thank you very much for watching my video, friends. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, friends.